All right, shalom, shalom. First thing I want to do is give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, you brothers pushing this word with truth, associated with charity. I'm going to call this no captivity or no suffering has been worse than the suffering of the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, or the Israelites. The Yasharala. When you go through history, now I got ChatGPT pulled up. Now I'm not gonna answer too many questions. I'm just gonna answer a couple questions. All right. Now let me ask this. All right, this real time. So I'm gonna ask you, how many Negroes died on the trip to America during slavery? All right, so 10.7 million survived the journey. So so it means what? It says 1.8 to 2 million Africans died during the voyage to disease, starvation, dehydration, abuse, suicide. Right? How many died in American slavery? All right. So it says, after arrival, deaths during slavery in Americas between 1619 and 1865, right? It say 10.7 survived the journey. Now let's jump down. I'm gonna keep reading. Survived the journey to the Americas, including the Caribbean, South America, and North America, which proves the Northern Kingdom, South America, all right, and North America, the triangle slave trade. Of those, about 388,000 were brought directly to what became the United States. The rest went mainly to Brazil and the Caribbean. Because of the brutal working conditions, malnutrition, violence, and disease, millions died in slavery throughout the Americas. Across all of the Americas, North, Central, South, and the Caribbean, history estimate 5 to 6 million enslaved Africans died in bondage, which is the Israelites. They call us Africans, but we're Israelites. All right, died in bondage. All right, between the 1500s and mid 1800s. In the United States specifically, estimated suggest that hundreds of thousands have died in slavery, especially during the 17th and 18th century, when mortal rates were high due to disease and harsh labors on plantations. Right? It said the average life expectancy for an enslaved person born in the U.S. South was about 21 to 22 years, much lower than white Americans at the time, 40 years. Many enslaved children died before the age of 10 due to poor nutrition, unsanitary conditions, and overworked of their mothers. So in total, including deaths, about 2 million died on the voyage. 5 to 6 million more likely died while enslaved in the Americas, making roughly 7 to 8 million total Israelites' death directly tied to the transatlantic slave system. And this is not even the northern kingdom. 7 to 8 million. How many Jews died in the J-L-O-C? This shit ain't even real numbers. They wasn't even that many of them over there. All right. Anyway, it still say 6 million when really 7 to 8 million, when really was only like they wasn't even in the millions. All right. But I'm not gonna go back and forth to ChatGPT to bring it out, because I'm gonna use up all my totals, right? But the point being that over 8 million of us died during the triangular slave trade, right? Now let's prove this, and this is why they trying to get rid of these boats. All right? And this is why they trying to get rid of the fact that the ships existed, because of this, right? This is Deuteronomy 28:68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye should be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So, and that buy means to save, to redeem. Say we were sold into slavery on ships. Now let me ask ChatGPT again. Let me ask.